All right, guys, here we go. We've got guarantees happening this week. I can guarantee this video is going to be shorter than the last one. And I can also guarantee some people, maybe about 7 of them, aren't going to like what I have to say or my picks. All right, first one. We've got what I call 4 close matchups and then 3 not close. Let's start with the not close. That's me versus Matt. The champ. Burrow, get right spot against Arizona defense this week. I believe in him. I think he's going to have a good game. I hope so because I named him in my work league. And that's a little bit closer projection than this one's going to be. Monty, he did well last week. They gave him a lot of touches coming back from injury. He seems to be doing just fine. And Jahmyr Gibbs going to be out. Going to feast. Starting him in FanDuel. Actually, he's really expensive in FanDuel. I think I'll probably start him in a couple lineups. But not only, because of the good matchup against what is it, Carolina, right? But Gibbs. Pierce, tough one, but give Matt on the running backs. How do you go against Devontae Adams and Stephon Diggs? I hope you guys are seeing a pattern. Burrow, it's not going to be close. Matt gets the win. Now for a close one, though, we got Schneitz against Tom. Schneitz, you lose 5 points this week because you still have Team Schneider as your team name. If you don't watch this video, that's on you. Love was doo-doo last week. I know he had little flashes in the second half, but let's be real, Thursday Night Football was a dud for the Packers. On the flip side, Lawrence, he's underperformed. He's going against a tough Bills defense this week, too, in London, which is their home field, although Bills are listed as the home team. So I'm just kidding. It's the London Jaguars, right? But in any case, give Love a slight edge there. Jonathan Taylor's back for Schneid's. Got to feel good after having to start like Samaje Perine last week or whatever. It's rough. He was starting trash, just straight trash. But on the flip side, Bijan is gonna go off. Jonathan Taylor, tough matchup. Tennessee run defense. Bijan, love him this week. He's definitely in my DFS lineups. Chase is the squeaky wheel. Debo's going to keep it close. I heard something that people were like, I wonder if they underutilized him last week. So because he was on the field. I know he was injured, but they gave him the ball. They gave him the ball as a running back 3 times with injury, ribs and whatever. It's they wouldn't. Why would they do that if it was had injury issues? But he still was on the field running them routes. So someone was saying maybe they didn't want to give Dallas like footage of him, any kind of. But I'm that doesn't make sense because he's they got a lot of footage on him. I don't know. Anyways, I'm an idiot. Puka, is he an afterthought? Does he have one more week in him? I don't know. They say Cup isn't going to be limited, so I think Staffy's going to Cup. I hope. Not going to make a difference for me. Ernest Jones been solid for Tom. Close one. Schneid's wins it. I don't just predict it. I guarantee it. So we got Matt and Schneid's. All right, DT versus Patty. Let's do another close one. Goff, he's lost a lot of weapons, but guess what? He's still got Laporta, which unfortunately is good for Patty. And that's who Patty's rooting for. He's really popular in DFS. Patty hopes that hype is just going straight to him. I mean, do we really think Khalif Raymond gonna be a thing? I don't know. I don't know about that. But anyways, DT starting Dalvin Cook and Jalen Warren. Yikes, Patty. If Barkley doesn't start, ooh, he's yikes too. Bad boat. But he's also got St. Brown already that isn't going to start. So give me Olave, give me Nico Collins over whoever he puts in with Tank Dell. Kelsey, yes please. Aluakon, that guy, number 1 fantasy last year. I think he's 4 at his position this year. Nothing but solid for Patty. I think it's going to be a close one. I called it that it was going to be a close one. DT, slight edge. Next, we got Olin versus Bradley. This is not a close one. I think we already know that. I mean, for a trash QB like Justin Fields, good for him to have a good game. Just coming out of the woodworks there. Stroud, Stroud's done well so far. Tough. I think Atlanta's an underrated defense, so I guess slight edge to Fields in this one, just by a little margin, I think. Jacobs definitely looked better last week. Ran the ball better. They got more touches. I think he had like a touchdown kind of taken away that they reviewed, and then the QB sneaked it in. But otherwise, he could have had an even bigger week last week. Olin put up points last week. And I do like Jacobs' good run to continue against the Packers. My Packers, poor guys. A-Chain, does he have one more freak week in him? They're giving him the ball more, and Mostert fumbled twice last week, only lost one of them, but I don't know, man. Mostert's got fumbling issues in his career, and I could see A-Chain, like, them starting to give him the ball a little more. Maybe worried about Jeff Wilson, but maybe Mostert should be worried about Jeff Wilson, and A-Chain's getting his thing on. But in any case, don't dislike A-Chain this week. Ayuk seems to be the guy for Purdy. Kittle's not getting the love, and Debo last week didn't. So we'll see what he does this week. But when healthy, he's Purdy's guy. So I like wide receiver there. And how many times is Aiden Hutchinson going to sack that excuse of a quarterback in Carolina this week? Oh my gosh, that's his Bradley's bright spot. But guess what? Olin wins by 20 plus. All right, not close. Now we go into some close. Jer versus Joe. I'm excited to see this matchup. Komet, Samuel, Trent Edwards, all with real nice starts in this matchup so far. I like it. Points on the board. It's going to be a good one. Hurts against Mahomes. Hurts seems this year to be like he's throwing some short passes and he's trying to throw it deep. He hasn't had any of those middle ground. That's where Goddard usually lives, and even A.J. Brown to some extent. I feel like the Rams got to try to force him into those, and we'll see. So probably not good for me going against Goddard this week, but I don't know. It's hard to go CMC. The touches Kamara got last week. I just talked about A-Chain and Mostert and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know about Mostert, but Pittman, I like him. Get some catches this week. I think he's had like double-digit targets, I think I read, in 3 of the 4 games so far. So that's good. And then, TJ Watt's going to have to be the guy without Cam Hayward there. So, man, this is a tough one, but it is guarantee week. And I can guarantee Jerry ain't going to like my pick. Give me Joe. All right. How about a not close one? Carey versus Carey. This is as bad as Olin versus Bradley. At least with Bradley and Carey, one of them in the family is going to get a win this week. DJ Moore, slate breaker. Oh my gosh. Good thing he wasn't on the main slate in DFS. If you started DJ Moore, you would have won. Birthday weekend. Tough Carey. Carey versus Carey. Carey Segura, Carey Dunlap. Carey Dunlap's going to win. I'll get just cut to the chase. Too many solid players left. Like, not even question, like, okay, I get it, like, overprotect your guys and everything, but, like, no, when you've got, like, solid producers left, like, Tua's going to be all right, Tariq's going to get his, Mixon's going to get his, like, it's going to be really hard for her with that 40-point boost to not win. And Carey, Segura, like, Eckler, Higgins potentially not playing, like, at this point, Carey's got to be like, yeah, just Higgins, just rest, recover them ribs. It's a short one. Carey going to win. Carey Dunlap. Andy versus Lair. Matchup of the week, close one. Lamar's played really well so far. Last week it's nice going. Cleveland defense is tough, but when Cleveland defense has to be on the field all the time because Deshaun Watson's out, obviously they were garbage. And Pitt defense has been garbage, like I said, without Cam Hayward. So I like Lamar, but J.A., London, coming off a huge game. Apparently they slept well on the plane is what I heard from Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. Hard to go against them, so I think that keeps it close. I do love Connor, but I also love Brees. Henry's got a decent matchup this week. Dylan does not. Even if Aaron Jones doesn't play, Dylan hasn't done crap when he's been out. So Lamb, Waddle, solid. Michael Thomas, Addison, not. Feel like it's pretty even so far, but then we got Jefferson hiding in the flex. Sorry. Andy for the win in a close one, but I got Andy in the matchup of the week. All right, that's my video. Good luck to everyone. Enjoy the London game. Go Bills.